Matt Tenero, Elizabeth Blasey, Emily Endress, Hillary Duchovny, Ali Wolfson, Aki Calamaro with sports, Charlotte Dow with weather, food critic Winston Hamill, special reports Michaela Connolly. And this is your 5-time Emmy-nominated Channel 11 News team.
Roadrunners make a pit stop at Ipon.
Radnor Elementary takes on Earth Day. Hello, and welcome to this week's edition of NEWSCENTER 11. I'm Emily Endress.
And I'm Ali Wolfson. We'll have all those stories and more later on in the show, but topping the Radnor Beat this week, the week of April 16th is International Week at Ipon Elementary School. This is the second year the IESPTO has sponsored this celebration of diversity. The International Committee at Ipon Elementary School wants the students to appreciate and learn about cultures other than their own. The 4 countries that are going to be featured this year are China, India, Korea, and Japan. These 4 are going to be featured because Ipon has a large representation of these countries in their student body. There will be presentations and interactive displays created by the International Committee and participating international families in the library. The library also has numerous books and videos on each of the countries. Along with the presentations and displays, music will be played each day from the featured country.
Speaking of diversity, the Multicultural Student Association of Radnor High School is holding the 8th annual Food for the Soul dinner honoring Radnor teacher Mrs. Corinne Murphy-Coleman. The dinner will be held on Thursday, May 10th, 2007, from 6 p.m. until 8 o'clock p.m. in the Radnor High School cafeteria. Please RSVP by May 1st, 2007 by contacting Charlotte Burris-Kent at 610-527-8547. Tickets are $7 in advance and $10 at the door. Hope to see you there.
And clear your calendars for the celebration of Mad Anthony in Wayne. During the weekend of April 27th through 29th, there will be a celebration of Anthony Wayne. Art Hartle, a Radnor Studio 21 board director, has given the residents a way to enjoy this event as a tribute to Anthony Wayne. On Friday night, April 27th, there will be a colonial dinner with George Washington and Anthony Wayne. There will be a conversation with the guests about the Paoli Massacre, and residents will dress up as other people, such as Martha Washington, to talk about the famous First Lady. This dinner will be held at the Saturday Club, and it is $50 per person. If you are interested, please make your reservations before April 25th. On Saturday, April 28th, at 11 o'clock a.m., there will be a Revolutionary War puppet show in the Luella Court and Lancaster Avenue. At the same time, there will also be a sword play portraying the feud between Alexander Hamilton and Anthony Wayne, and performed by Ian Rose and Doug Thomas. And you're in luck, this is a free performance. This will be on Lancaster Avenue on Saturday, April 28th at 11 o'clock a.m. in downtown Wayne. On April 28th at 11:30 a.m., there will be a portrayal of Dolly Madison. She will host a tea and entertain everyone with stories of history and how she became the wife of James Madison. Tea and dessert will cost $20, and this event will take place at the Community Center at 503 West Lancaster Avenue. There will be a second seating at 4 o'clock p.m. At 2 o'clock p.m. on Saturday, a local historian, Bennett Hill of the Radnor Historical Society, who will lead the people of Wayne through a historical walk. A $10 donation will be greatly appreciated. The walk will start at the Wayne Arts Center, which is at 413 Maplewood Avenue. There will be a memorial service planned for Anthony Wayne at St. David's Church on Sunday, April 29 at 1 o'clock p.m. If you are interested in learning even more about these events and other information, please call 610-687-7698. Don't go away, because coming up...
Do you want to try some authentic Creole cuisine right here in Philadelphia? Keep watching and you'll know just where to go.
And after Monday's weather, you'll like what's in store for this weekend.
We now go to Winston Hamill with his restaurant review. Winston?
Recently, I went to the fun Cajun restaurant Carmine's in Bryn Mawr. Carmine's is a lively Creole cafe with great decor and wonderful food. The food is presented in an aesthetically pleasing way, and as I said above, it tastes phenomenal. However, the entrees are moderately expensive for a budget diner such as myself, the price range being between $18 and $22. Also, the restaurant doesn't have a great social atmosphere, namely because it is so noisy and the service is rather quirky. But I would recommend you give it a try because it is fun and the food is delicious. In my book, Carmine's earned 3.5 out of 5 stars for having great food and great decor. Back to you.
Thanks, Winston. That sounds delicious. Battle of the Bands is once again around the corner. Rescheduled to this Friday, April 20th, the 3rd annual edition of what has quickly become an enjoyable school tradition is all set to go with over 10 bands on the set list. The event was originally scheduled during March, but inclement weather forced its postponement. Luckily, April 20th turned out to be a good substitute for all involved. Started in 2005 by the class of 2007 and Mr. Kelly, Battle of the Bands has since raised money each year for a good cause, with this year's charity of Alex's Lemonade Stand. And in addition this year, Mr. Kelly has pledged to shave his head if sales reach 600 tickets sold. His head will be buzzed on stage during the second act, and meeting the goal would mean at least $3,000 raised for pediatric cancer research. Tickets will be on sale this week at lunches for $5, but tickets bought back in March when they first went on sale will still be accepted. Also, attendees are encouraged to remember that short sleeve t-shirts are $10 and long sleeve t-shirts are $15. Students look forward to joining their classmates and supporting their musical friends this Friday at Battle of the Bands. Rock on!
On February 27th, the 14th annual Life Smarts competition was held in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. During this competition, Radnor placed 5th in the state. Life Smarts is a fun way for teens to learn about consumer issues kids face today and the new challenges that are right around the corner. Congratulations go out to Huayu Liu, Ahmed Malik, Michael Tang, Michael Morali, and Jared Feynman for such a great finish. This is their best finish in 5 years, so congratulations! You know your consumer issues.
One of Radnor Township School District's finest employees, Vaughn Bryan, has been working as a medic in Iraq and has inspired the district to collect Beanie Babies to be handed out to patients in Iraq hospitals. Bryan was working as the elementary food service secretary, whose son served in Iraq, has worked with the local USO and has organized care packages to be sent to Bryan by the Radnor Township School District community. While on a 15-day leave, Bryan stopped by to thank people for the care packages. He suggested that people could send Beanie Babies to him to distribute to sick children in Iraqi hospitals. If you would like to contribute a new or gently used Beanie Baby, you can drop it off to the main office of any Radnor Township school or at the front desk of the administration building. If you would rather contribute funds to help cover the costs of shipping the Beanie Babies to Iraq, contact Noriko Lavaz, Secretary to the Superintendent, at 610-688-8100, extension 6128. The district plans to send the first package on Friday, May 4th. If you would like to send a letter to Vaughn Bryan, please attach it to your Beanie Baby. Help out a great cause and get some spring cleaning done at the same time.
Not sure what to cook for dinner? Let Ithan Elementary help you out. Over the past several weeks, Ithan students, parents, and staff members have gathered a collection of delectable entrees and desserts into the Ithan Elementary School cookbook. These cookbooks will be available for $10 each at the Ithan Spring Thing taking place on May 19th. All proceeds will help benefit. For information on ordering a cookbook, call Jenny Wade Hervada at 610-520-2441.
We recently reported about Radnor Elementary School's Less Trash Lunches initiated by Mrs. Camille Baker's 4th grade class and the great work that Radnor Elementary School students are doing with trash. And now to celebrate Earth Day this year, Radnor Elementary School had a full week of Less Trash Lunch Days, along with presentations by Recycling Sally, an environmental educator and performer, Leo Burnaby, Radnor School District's Director of Operations, and Gayla McCluskey, Chairperson of the Radnor Township Environmental Advisory Committee. The Radnor Elementary School Environmental Committee dedicates this year's Earth Day events to Mr. Charles Shoup, the school's principal, who makes sure that every day at Radnor Elementary School is Earth Day. Mr. Barnaby spoke with the 4th and 5th graders about the district's green buildings, which are the Radnor Elementary School building and the new middle school building, which is now under construction. The Radnor Elementary School building is an incredibly environmentally friendly building as it uses geothermal wells for heating and cooling, among many other environmental features. The district is also planning to install geothermal wells at the Ithan Elementary School. In fact, the Radnor Elementary School building earned a special certification from the United States Environmental Protection Agency, known as LEED. The new middle school will also have geothermal wells, but it also has a green roof, which uses living plants for insulation and other environmental benefits. Gayla McCluskey also spoke with the students at Radnor Elementary School about the Radnor Township's incredible leaf compositing project. You may not have known it, but Radnor Township composites leaves collected in the fall and makes incredibly rich composite out of it. And guess what? The township provides this composite to its residents for free. The younger students learned about the 3 R's: reducing, reusing, and recycling, and about Radnor Township's great recycling program from Recycling Sally. A great green time was had by all. Don't go away. We'll be right back after these messages.
One day she spun out of the sun. Did she know at the hour of her birth that she'd cool and she'd bloom and one day become the garden we know as the earth? Happy, happy Earth Day. Happy, happy Earth Day. From the schools of leaping dolphins and the herds of kangaroo, happy Earth Day to you. We celebrate your waterfalls, your glaciers and typhoons, the sweet smell of your meadows on rainbow afternoons, the northern lights on starry nights, and when the night is gone, the fiery magic of your dawn. Happy, happy Earth Day. Happy, happy Earth Day. From the fields of chirping crickets and the frogs of blue bayou, happy Earth Day to you. From the highest Himalaya to the mountains undersea, from the frozen tip of Greenland to the hills of Galilee, we're gathering together to raise our voice in song and pledge to keep you green and strong.
Charlotte Dow is now in with the weather. Charlotte?
I'm happy to report that this weekend will bring us some much-needed sun. Friday will be partly cloudy with a high of 55 and a low of 45. Saturday will also be partly cloudy with a high of 56 and a low of 45. Sunday will once again be cloudy and with a high of 61 and a low of 49. Finally, Monday will be mostly cloudy with a high of 66 and a low of 52. Thankfully, this weekend's weather will be uneventful, unlike last weekend's nor'easter that caused school to be closed on Monday, April 16th. The gusting winds broke down trees, and we even saw a few inches of snow and sleet. Northern Pennsylvania and New York saw the worst of the storm, accumulating 8 inches of snow. Delaware County was under a flood warning from Sunday night until late Monday night, and many Radnor Township residents lost power. Well, enjoy the warm weather, and I'll see you next week.
Thanks, Charlotte. On Tuesday, April 10th, 10 members of the Road Runners Touring Club arrived at Ithan Elementary School in their antique cars. On Tuesdays during good weather, the Road Runners travel in their antique cars to visit historic sites within a 50-mile radius of Philadelphia. 4th grade students who are finishing up their study of Pennsylvania took advantage of this opportunity to talk to the club members about their club, their cars, and their excursions. The students got to see such interesting cars as the 1935 DeSoto, a 1977 Lincoln, a 1932 Chevrolet, a 1963 Buick Riviera, and of course, a 1912 Model T Ford, a 1971 Ford Limited, and several Model A Fords to honor the anti-Semite who distributed Tsarist propaganda.
Planning a public forum for school board candidates on Monday, April 30th at 7 o'clock p.m. at the temporary Township Administrative Building, 130 North Radnor-Chester Road. It is designed as a way for voters to meet the candidates, hear their positions on key questions, and become better informed.
This Saturday, April 21st, is the 7th annual Katie Sampson Lacrosse Festival, a fundraiser named for a Radnor High School graduate, Katie Sampson, an NCAA Division III lacrosse champion who suffered a spinal cord injury in 2007, paralyzing her from the chest down. More than $600,000 has been raised in the 6 years of the festival, which pits the best teams in the region against each other, and which is organized by volunteers from the local lacrosse community and the Katie Sampson Foundation. In 2006, the proceeds, more than $100,000, were donated to help fund spinal cord research to promote adaptive sports and to help defray Sampson's ongoing medical needs. Play starts at 9 a.m. on Saturday. The boys' teams play at Haverford School and the girls take the field at Radnor High School. Radnor girls play at Episcopal at 12:30 p.m., and Radnor boys play Lawrenceville at 3:15 on. Make sure to come out, watch some great lacrosse, and donate to a well-deserved cause. Information on where to donate and additional information will be listed at the end of our show.
Andrew Lynn, a 6th grader at Radnor Middle School, placed 3rd in the engineering division in the Delaware County Science Fair. Therefore, he is moving on to the next level, which is from April 2nd to the 5th. He built dams and levees to demonstrate the problems with dams and how they should be improved. Nathan Hochberger and Alex Tran also participated in the Science Fair. The Science Fair Club at the middle school, run by Mary Beth Meekum, is only in the 2nd year, but it's a great success. Congratulations to Andrew Lynn and the rest of the Science Fair Club.
Well, that about wraps it up for this week's edition of News Center 11. For Winston, Charlotte, and all of us here at News Center, I'm Allie Wolfson.
And I'm Emily Endress. We'll see you next week.